up?
Plus a sneak peek at what's to come in 2K17.
You know, the other thing that we get to do next year is
tune in now. On today's season finale episode of NBA 2K TV, we have the second annual Hey Guys Awards with some amazing prizes for you.
Oh, word? That's what's up.
Plus a sneak peek at what's to come in 2K17.
You know, the other thing that we get to do next year is
tune in now.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Season's greetings. Happy holidays. Welcome, thank you for joining us. It's a very special Christmas edition. Ernie Johnson of 2K Sports here with the always jolly Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith,
Merry
who's
Christmas
also
to you, man.
Relatively jolly. Yeah, and
do you have my gift?
Maybe I do have. Did I get the gift that you sent me, or do I have a gift for you?
Either or.
No, neither.
Well, I'll get you two of those.
We have a song for you, Ernie.
What's that?
Hit the beat, Kenny. Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. It's Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. That's it.
And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass. So if I knew if I got to certain areas of the floor, I was going to be able to score and have a big night. The defense tried to dictate that, but you have to try to dictate it and overpower that mentally.
Well, I wanted to go out and average 28-10. So 28 divided by 4 quarters, 7 points a quarter. My goal was to be on the attack, try to get to the rim every time, hit as many free throws as I could. And if I had double digits after the first quarter, it's over. The diesel will come. It smells blood.
So 7.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. It's on the road tomorrow as the Bulls wrap up this home stretch. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
It seems like it's all coming together, guys. The coaching staff has gotten through to the players. Everybody is buying in, and it's a wonderful thing when the entire roster is on the same page.
It sure is, Greg. I mean, you've been on teams like that where everything is running smoothly. We knew that was the potential. This team, but they're living up to it and performing at a remarkably high level.
The Knicks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here, and that one misses. He hits the second from the line. On defense, New York, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Greg, you're exactly right. It couldn't have been worse, in my opinion. They didn't look fresh at any point in the game. Just seemed to be flat and listless, no spark.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Lewis in at point guard. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Lopez in at the center filling out the middle. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
Thanks, Doris.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game here.
At the line for the Bulls, One shot.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Gasol. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Lewis kicks to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the 76ers.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And the pass to Porzingis. Here's the three. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Knicks ball.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And here is Lewis. 11-point game his last outing. It's deflected. Lopez and Gasol sends it back. Passes it to McDermott. Fires at the elbow. And yep, couple bounces and it falls.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Lopez. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here is Holiday. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. From 18 feet away. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Bulls have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Anthony. And he banks in the layup.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Hudrick. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
No good from Gasol.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Unloads from 13. Anthony can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Hudrick. 6 points for Pau Gasol.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
There's the pick. The drive by Green. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Over to the wing. McDermott, no one around him, and a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's rebounded by Portis.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Now here's McDermott. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Bulls schedule, Kevin, this is how they stack up. First in fast break points, 10th in rebounding. Ranking in the second chance points category.
And the league leaders in fast break points. They're always fun to watch, maybe not so fun to defend. A lot of the times, they leave their opponents in the dust.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Portis. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott. And Dunleavy subbed in for Justin Holiday. Here's Udrih following the basket by Freak. Udrih, the pass to Noah. And here we go. Roten heading to the hoop. And good on the basket. Book it. Roten's got his first points of the game.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
And Udrih gets it to go.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Who is outside? 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's O'Quinn. Good. And the nice assist for Williams.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Udrih. Lewis covering. Dishes it to Mirotic. Offensive rebound. Noah. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls. I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates, Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for New York.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and I think another key, guys, will be can they continue to hit that mid-range shot? I mean, they've been very effective here early on.
The big men are Gibson and Noah. Dunleavy is out there with Udrih, and it's Mirotic in at the small forward. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He had 11 points and really orchestrated the offense as well as he piled up the assist totals. A bit of a surprise attack for him as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine. No doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Now here's Anthony, following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. Roten, no good. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. The feed to Mirotic, the tray, and it's good. Mirotic has got the first basket of the second quarter for Chicago.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready.
is checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Mirotic. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Udrih. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Lopez, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis comes in for Williams. Green, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Lewis subbed in for Tony Wroten. Lewis on the wing. Down low. Poked loose. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
And checking out some numbers for Carmelo Anthony. His last 10 games, averaging 13 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Sure, you know, most guys would be satisfied with that stat line, but he's built for more.
To the left side wing. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Lewis, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
Dunleavy dishes to Gasol. The shot is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Deep 2 from Anthony. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bulls trail by 8. Gasol a screen. Outside Holiday. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Now Lewis. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Lopez gets a screen from Lewis. 5 to shoot. Lopez kicks to Green. Taken away by Holiday. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Leno Udrih, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for the Knicks. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Holiday, the pass to Gasol. Here's Udrih. Banked in off the glass. Udrih has got 6 points. The Knicks leading by 6. Now here's Lewis to the paint, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night.
Crisp pass into the paint.
For 3, Udrih. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so we wrap up the first half. Knicks lead by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, I know that Coach has stressed communication on the basketball court. How has that impacted tonight's performance?
It's working right now. We got to fine-tune some things out there in the game, a couple minor mistakes, but we'll be all right. I feel good about tonight.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Second half just about to get going here. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something, because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Bulls trail by 8. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. Lewis, he's in at the point. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Green in at the 2-spot. Now the Knicks with it. Last time they met in New York.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
And so he makes both from the line. The Bulls shooting around 41% on the night. Holiday against Green. And Holiday kicks to Udrih. To the middle. Here's Portis. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih. Udrih has got 3 assists tonight. The Knicks leading by 6. Lewis attacking. Green left side. Lewis sets the pick for Green. He got right to the cup using that screen. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And yes, sir, that one drops. McDermott's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Lewis dishes to Carmelo. And Gasol sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Portis. And Mirotic subbed in for Doug McDermott. And New York with a change here, too. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Gerald Green.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And ladies checked in for Chicago. And then for New York, Williams comes in for Porzingis. And Roten subbed in for Anthony. Bulls trail by 7. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Dunleavy. Cannot hit. So New York will take it the other way. Follow the pass to Williams. Great defense that time from Noah.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Gibson the screen. Noah with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. Noah against Aflalo. Here's the three. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. There's 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Anthony against Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. And the Knicks miss again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Here's Anthony. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Anthony.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Bulls trail by 9. Here's Udrih. 6 points for him. Feeds it to Gasol. Takes it from 10. That one off the back iron and out. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Knicks out front, leading by 9. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize this.
And the final period of play just about to start. And so here is New York. Portis is out there with McDermott. Then it's Udrih. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. McDermott kicks to Udrih. Floats one, and he sinks the layup. Udrih has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Bulls. The Knicks leading by 7. To the wing on the left. Back to Lewis. Kicks it to Anthony. Lewis outside. New York moving the ball around. And yes, sir, that one drops. 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Gasol is screen on Green. Holiday with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Anthony dishes to Lewis, and that's a foul called on Beno Udrih. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in. Lopez, he's checked in for the Knicks. Flalo comes in for Gerald Green. Lewis attacking. A floater. Holiday with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And so here is New York. They have a 9-point lead. Clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And now the Knicks on the break. Anthony leading the charge. And good on the basket. Book it. 11 points for Aaron Aflalo. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New York.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Lewis attacking. Lopez passes to Porzingis. He kicks to Aflalo. Aflalo off a pick from Lewis. And that's good from Aaron Aflalo for three. Aflalo's got 10 points in just the second half. Bulls trail by 12.
Chicago timeout. Start it.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Lewis. Here's Porzingis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Lewis against Holiday. Lewis kicks to Lopez. Another shot, and the layup is good.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Pass to Portis. Now the dish to McDermott. To the inside. To halt the run. Goes back up. Got a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
2 points, Bulldogs.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Holiday up top. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. And that one's good by Noah.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it. And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Portis, the pass to Udrih. Looks for Holiday, gets it to him. No luck. Excellent D there from Afflalo. Here's New York. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside Lewis. Rebounded by McDermott. Bulls trail by 16. Right wing. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by New York. Afflalo's got his third rebound on the night.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New York.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games this season against this club. They've done a great job of just playing their best when it has mattered most against the Bulls.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
McDermott dishes to Udrih. Portis, the pass to Udrih. Here's the screen. Now here's McDermott. Defense is right there. And the Bulls with another miss.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Lopez. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
And the pass to Portis. Holiday, no one around him. Kept alive. Out left to the wing. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done.
Oh, yeah. Good win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
His play off the bench was critical.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Tell them where I'm from.
For you.
Oh, word? That's what's up.
Plus a sneak peek at what's to come in 2019.
You know, the other thing that we get to do next year is
Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And Jabari Parker is a guy we'll have our eye on tonight. Had to sit out most of last season after he tore the ACL. Shaq, you still have to like the kid's future.
You know what I like him, Ernie? He showed us that he can score consistently on the NBA level. He had an early setback, but he's motivated as any young player. I know you see his commercials. He's coming back with a vengeance.
He's coming back with a vengeance, and he's a very efficient scorer at his position. And for his age, he's got a great deal of skill. And I think he's the forgotten man in Milwaukee because they made the playoffs. But this guy was their best player before that happened.
The game is coming up shortly. It's time to get down to Kevin Harlan. Kevin.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. This game in Milwaukee marks the start of a homestand for the Bucks. And, of course, John Henson. He's a guy that will be sorely missed.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trading one of the most popular players on the team is always high risk, no matter what you get in return.
Yeah, but it's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Lewis, he's in at the point. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then there's Afflalo, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. Afflalo takes a big height bounce and goes in. Afflalo's got his team on the board to start the game for the Knicks. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
All right, Doris. Stolen by Monroe. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Middleton can't get it to go.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
That's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Carter Williams dishes to Parker. It's blocked. Now Anthony. Last game he had 12. From the arc. That is good. Anthony's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. New York on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
That's good.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And he gets the bucket. Carter Williams has got 5.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 5. To the left wing. The wide open look here for Lopez. Misses the chippy right there.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Carter Williams against Lewis. Monroe, and it's blocked by Lewis. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Mills, he's checked in for Michael Carter Williams. Shot clock at 6. Releases from 15. It's tipped. And now the Knicks on the break. And it's Anthony with the jam.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And Mills kicks to Monroe. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Anthony on the wing. Back to Lewis. Outside Anthony. And that one's good. Anthony's got 9.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Lopez passes to Anthony. New York moving the ball around. Shot's good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offense. The Bucks second.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Monroe. Nick Stauskas comes in for Damian Inglis, and it's Ben McLemore in for Chris Middleton. Now, here's Parker. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
To the inside, it's tipped. Plumlee with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Mills has got the ball. Out to the wing. Pass to Parker. And off the front iron, and in it goes. The Knicks leading by 4. Lewis kicks to Green. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Touched by Plumlee. Lewis outside. Just 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Roten. The three-pointer off the mark. Bucks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mills dishes to Parker. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And that is good.
For 3.
7 seconds left in the first. 2 on the clock. No luck.
And now your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Lewis, he's in at point guard. Williams is out there with Anthony. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Roten in a 2-guard. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls made a big difference. He had 6 points and was really a dynamic force, finding teammates and playing tough D on the other end. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, G.A.?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
For so long, Clark, Freak has made it apparent that he wants to be a global star. Isn't that what all these guys really want? Tries to achieve that through endorsements. You wonder if he is taking some of his focus off the game.
Well, you know, it's perfectly fine for any NBA player to sign a few endorsements, but you have to make sure that the main thing stays the main thing. NBA players need to hoop more than they need to worry about their brand. Check out the night for Boss. He has 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. And New York with a change here, too. Aflalo's checked in. Now here's Carter Williams. And he also played really well in the win against the Pelicans. Tries from 10. Rebounded by Anthony. The Knicks leading by 4. Lewis a screen on Carter Williams. Can't make good off the pick.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Monroe outside. And it's sent back by Lopez. Monroe the pass to Inglis. It's rebounded by New York. Anthony's got his 3rd rebound on the night. That's good. Anthony's got 11 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Carter Williams against Lewis. The pass to Inglis, expanding his range, and the Bucks miss again. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Lewis kicks to Anthony. Anthony off a pick from Lewis. Aflalo dishes to Robinson. Lewis outside. Lock at 6. Anthony against Monroe. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Carter Williams. He's got 5. Can they get it? The shot by Middleton, wide open. Misses off the right iron.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
He gives them a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point Knicks lead.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. How his last 10 games, 8th in free throw shooting, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And yeah, you know, he's the real deal at the foul line. You want him at the line for you in crunch time.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Monroe. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Porzingis, he's checked in for Thomas Robinson. Bucks trail by 11. Deflects the pass. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And again, it's Aaron Aflalo. Aflalo's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, some explosive plays we're seeing now in transition have really keyed this run. In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Lewis. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. The free throw drops for Lewis. Mills, he's checked in for the Bucks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. Gerald Green comes in for Aaron Aflalo. So he gets them both. Here's Middleton. He picked up 18 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Here's Inglis, trailing by 13. 5 on the clock, and here's Mills from the arc. It's rebounded by New York. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look at the Bucks.
And two teams fighting for the playoffs last season, but head-to-head wasn't close. They got swept in the season series.
And, you know, Greg, in much the same situation this season, these are the games that take on such magnitude. I mean, not just for payback, but for playoff seeding. These teams are really fighting for the same thing.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Plumlee. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket? Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Now here's Mills, guarded closely. That's good. Plumlee's got 7.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Lewis with the 3. Rebound by Parker. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the night.
And through one half, it has
Carmelo some.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. Parker out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Inglis in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Bucks trail by 18. Carter Williams, the pass to Monroe. Parker kicks to Middleton. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Aaron Aflalo.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Middleton hits them both. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Lewis attacking. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Monroe. Here's Inglis. Covered by Anthony. It's deflected, but they recover it. Lewis against Carter Williams. Now here's Middleton. He's guarded closely. The second chance effort, and he gets it to go. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Lewis dishes to Aflalo. Lewis sets the pick for Aflalo. Pass to Porzingis. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Bucks trail by 14. Middleton outside. Dishes it to Parker. Wants to get it to Carter Williams and does. No good. The Knicks go the other way with it. They led by as many as 18 points.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Parker's shot is off.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Yeah, that's a tough call right there and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Lewis outside. Pass to Robinson. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Lopez a screen. The drive by Anthony. Misfires after coming off the pick.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Carter Williams against Lewis. From deep. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Inglis. Lewis kicks to Aflalo. Feeds to Carmelo. He dishes it to Robinson. Outside Anthony. Clock at 6. Looking to end the drought. Greg Monroe with the rebound.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And that one's good. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
Big group substitution here. The Bucks trail. And New York looking at who they've got. Lewis in at point guard. Anthony is out there with Derek Williams. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night. Well, the Bucks shooting in this game, 45%. Mills dishes to Plumlee, and Lewis comes to help. Now, here's Mills. Lewis covering. And Mills kicks to McLemore. Clock at 6. For 3, Middleton, and the shot is good.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
The Knicks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Lewis passes to Carmelo. Anthony off a pick from Lewis. Shoots off the screen, and the Knicks good for 2.
Nothing new there to see Anthony knock down one of those beauties.
Bucks trail by 3. And here's Mills. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Inside. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Mills.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Over in the corner, Williams. Lewis outside. Out to Anthony. There's a screen. Lewis sets the pick for Anthony. Nice job coming off that screen. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Out to the right wing. Here's McLemore. Got a hand on it. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. The Bucks making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Lopez, he's checked in for Williams. Roten with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. Lewis passes to Porzingis. Lewis against Middleton. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Monroe's checked in for Plumlee. And Damian Inglis is subbed in for McLemore. Aaron Aflalo, who's checked in for New York.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Bucks trail by 3. Parker dishes to Carter Williams. Parker, a screen on Lewis. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. 6 points for Greg Monroe. Lewis attacking. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Knicks lead by 3.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
There's the screen. Now here's Parker. Floats one, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lewis down low. He's against Parker. And again, another one in from Lewis.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Lopez with the steal. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He told them, hey, guys, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. We're still alive in this thing. All we need to do is rely on each other. Let's stay aggressive, stick together, and play as a team. We're coming back. Back to you, Kevin.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line. All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Melo having a terrific game. He has 23 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
.135 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Carter Williams.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
To the middle, here's Middleton. No luck. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
To the middle. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Lewis with it. The dish to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. No good off the front iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And Middleton gets to Carter Williams. Here's Monroe. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And so both free throws are good.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Middleton kicks to Ingles. Here's Carter Williams. And it's blocked by Lewis. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. For 3, Middleton, no luck. So it's New York picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
Was this game a little too close for comfort?
Well, you never want games to be that close if you can help it. But the important thing here is that we came out with the W. Sure, we didn't execute exactly the way we wanted to, but we got it done in the end. And that's all that matters to me.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
Word is spreading that you're causing some real drama with your off-court commitments, missing appearances, failing to fulfill contracts. Do you have anything to say about that?
Look, if you want to talk about my business dealings, you have to get in touch with my agent, Don Pagnotti. But you know what? Let me save you the time, because here's what he'll say. No comment. It's silly to comment on stuff like that has no bearing on anything else. So please, let's keep questions on the subject of basketball and basketball only. Thank you.
next year is
tune in now. On today's season finale episode of NBA 2K TV, we have the second annual Hey Guys Awards with some amazing prizes for you.
Oh, word? That's
Peek at what's to come in 2K17.
You know, the other thing that we get to do next year is
tune in now. On today's season finale episode of NBA 2K TV, we have the second annual.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Miami Heat. A lot of W's recently for this Miami team. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play with guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe Bryant to me that you were talking about, but I always look for guys who could push me. I mean, and I could push them at the same time, where we could work together. I mean, it's a family, the basketball team, you play.
All eyes are on the Eastern Conference in this game as the New York Knicks play this one at home. The Heat will play just this one game on the road before returning back home to Miami. And guys, we won't be seeing Anthony Bennett, who is injured.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks until he's back, but that's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been much worse. In the end, given the way it looked when he was helped off the court last game, I think he'd consider that good news.
I don't think there's any doubt. You know, when you watch that live, that injury seemed to be far worse. So still, small comfort for him having to sit these next few weeks out, but hopefully he'll be back soon.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Deng and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Anthony. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Dragic. Outside Bosh. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Porzingis. On defense, Miami. Last time they met was in Miami.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And here are the Heat. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Here's Lewis. After the made shot from Goran Dragic, Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by Dragic.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Stolen by Bosh. Wade with it, now guarded by Aflalo. That's tipped. Bosh kicks to Deng. Three-pointer. Good. Deng's got his first 3 points of the game.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
They set the pick. Lewis passes to Porzingis, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Deng. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. Wade dishes to Whiteside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Knicks trail by 6. Lewis with it. 17 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Dragic. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Dragic has got 6 points.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Lopez kicks to Lewis, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I spoke briefly with Eric Spoelstra. He said a big part of this game will depend on how well they can slow down Carmelo Anthony. He added with his size and shooting ability, he can score inside and out. We're going to try a couple different coverages and show him different looks over the course of the game to try to keep him off balance. And guys, I guess we'll see how it works. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Freak. It's Anthony with the drive, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Dragic against Lewis. Dragic the pass away. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Shakes him. And the shot counts. He's fouled. It's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Porzingis. Gerald Green comes in for Anthony. And it's Tony Roten in for Aaron Aflalo. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his first basket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Winslow. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. The Heat have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw, no good. Derek Williams, he checked in for Lopez. And he sinks the second. Knicks trail by 3. Pass to O'Quinn. Dishes to Roten. Who is outside. Inside. And O'Quinn kicks to Roten. 6 to shoot. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some.
And Joe Johnson, very encouraged by this team's strong play of late. He says they've gotten. Joe Johnson is obviously now for the Knicks. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wash comes in for Johnson. Luol Deng is checked in for Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Lewis in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Anthony in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Lets it go from the wing. It's blocked. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. The Heat third.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
The 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Heat leading by 5. Whiteside, a screen on Lewis, and it's Dragic off the drive. Again, the miss by the Heat. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks played just phenomenally. He dropped in 17 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Dang dishes to Wade. And he overshot that one, missing.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Here's Porzingis, drilled from 11 feet out. Porzingis has got 5. Miami's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Whiteside kicks to Dang. Whiteside a screen. On the wing, Dang. Covered by Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 9.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Lewis passes to Anthony. Anthony off a pick from Lewis. And a follow wide open. He shoots. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Bosch dishes to Dragic to the inside. Taken away by Anthony. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And so it's a close.
Dwayne, give us your perspective.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Melo having a terrific game. He has 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
On the court for the Heat, Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang and Bosch, your small and power forwards. And it's Whiteside in its center. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bosch kicks to Dragic. And it's blocked. The drive by Anthony. Stolen by Bosch. Dang against Anthony. Outside Dang. Whiteside a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Bosch. Unloads from 13. No good. Nice D from Lewis. Down low. It's stolen by Dang. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. From the baseline. Another miss by Dragic.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Now Lewis. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped and stolen by Whiteside. Wade passes to Dragic. Dang gets a wide open look, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game. The pass to Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 7 points.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Dragic, Wade with no one around. No good from the wing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Back to Lewis. Dang against Lopez. Passes it to Porzingis. At the top of the key, Afflalo. Shot clock at 6. New York moving it around. Miami grabs the miss. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. The feed now to Whiteside. Back to Dang. 16 feet away, and he nails the jumper. Dang's got 5 points in the quarter. Knicks trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Miami's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking a 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
Here now to see the numbers for Luol Deng. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Porzingis. Green, he's checked in for Anthony. And Roten subbed in for Aaron Afflalo. Winslow, wide open. He fires. Second chance shot. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Miami leading by 7. Lewis, he's in at the point. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Roten in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Great pass by Bosch there.
New York's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Lewis dishes to Anthony. There's the pick to the middle. Up off the screen. And he lays it up and in.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
That's good.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Lewis passes to Porzingis. Lewis outside. Pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Roten. Clock at 6. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Richardson kicks to Bosch. And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by Bosch. Bosch has got his 3rd assist on the night. Lewis against Richardson. Lewis dishes to Anthony. And Winslow pulls it down.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Richardson with it. Now guarded by Lewis. To the paint. Here's Bosch. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And it's a 10-point Miami lead. Outside Anthony. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got his third rebound on the night.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And New York making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. Then for the Heat, Luol Deng is checked in for Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Outside Dragic, stolen by Lewis. To the middle. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Lopez.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Lewis passes to Carmelo. Feeds it to Lopez. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Outside Dragic. Bosch, the screen. It's tipped. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And here are the Heat now. They've led by as much as 10. Miami no good on that time either. Knicks trail by 6. Outside Anthony. And the layup's good off the glass. Anthony's got 20 points.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
New York trailing. Lewis outside. Some nice passing by New York here. The wide open look here for Anthony, and the Knicks good for 2.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
For Miami, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Bosch gets to Dragic. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Carmelo Anthony.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up. Come on, fans. Let's experience Knicks basketball and get loud.
Here's Wade. He dishes it to Whiteside. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Back to Dragic. Looks for Bosch, gets it to him. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. You know, Bosch is playing really well. He has 12 points and also 3 nice steals.
Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it. You're right on with Pet. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent.
Dang dishes to Bosch. Here's Dragic. Can't get it to go. So New York will take it the other way.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Anthony, the pass to Lopez. Stolen by Bosch. And now here comes Dang, leading the break. The dish to Dragic. He feeds it to Wade. Lopez against Bosch. Shot clock at 6.
That's a wall.
It's deflected.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Freak, you're the guy. So good screens, tight passes now. We need to get Freak a clean look. Execute, and let's put him away.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Buries it, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City answers. Good morning, give it up.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Anthony kicks to Lopez. It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Taking 2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Afflalo kicks to Lewis. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City answers.
And it's Dragic off the drive. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
To win it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Chris Bosh.
Well, he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the New York Knicks. Well, it was New York in their last game with a loss to the Heat. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. Especially with all the media whirlwind in L.A., Phil Jackson is that guy. He kept things cool and collected in the locker.
The bustling traffic coming in and out of Grand Central Station. Our view here. It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Orlando Magic today. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Knicks, they continue their stretch of home games. These are the games that challenge you, guys. They will have the work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Victor Oladipo is out there with Jennings. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Excellent use of the screen that time.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Jennings. He had 13 points in the win against the Clippers.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he's good on the second. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lewis attacking. Lopez outside. Lewis a screen on Johnson. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Nailed from three-point land.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Deep 2 from Jennings. The shot will not go, and New York will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Pushing it up. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
He got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Now Lewis, following the miss by Brandon Jennings from deep. From downtown, Anthony's shot is off. It's a 7-point spread. Here's Johnson, finished off the break.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Anthony. 9 points in the game so far, and he gets it to go. Anthony's got 11.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first set.
They set the pick. The drive by Jennings. Got a piece of it. The dish to Anthony. Outside for Lewis. Second shot opportunity. Here's Lopez. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Vucevic.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. The Magic trail by 8. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Johnson's shot is off.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And it's Afflalo penetrating. That is good. Afflalo's got his second bucket.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Outside Gordon. Lets it go from 11. Works a big high bounce and goes in.
Nice job there to shake free of the defense and then drain the J.
Lewis dishes to Carmelo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Anthony's got 13.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Deep 2 from Jennings. It's rebounded by New York. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Kevin, that was really a tremendous effort. I mean, I thought they were coming all the way back. What a great 4th quarter of basketball. Just not enough to take it all the way.
And, man, I tell you what, they had everybody in the building on the edge of their seats in that one. What an amazing comeback that would have been. All right, a chance here to look at the stats for Jennings. How's the last month of things for him? Averaging about 11 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And, guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
Unloads from 9. The rebound by Johnson.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
New York leading by 10. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. And Afflalo kicks to Lewis. Here's Anthony. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too. Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And Afflalo kicks to Lewis. Anthony, the pass to Lewis. Jennings with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Jennings is running. Good. 8 points for Johnson.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And that one's good by Lopez.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
Outside Jennings, Vucevic, and fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot two. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Green is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Tony Wroten in for Aaron Afflalo.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And it's blocked by Lewis. And pushing it up, here's New York. And that one's good, Wroten.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Lewis kicks to Williams, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Magic timeout called. Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City Dancers.
A lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now. First in fewest turnovers a game. First in opponent points per game. And they're the #2 field goal team in the league. This is a team that has really grown in that area, taking good shots and knocking them down.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Here's Napier. 5 to shoot. Pass to Arthur. Three-pointer. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Arthur's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Orlando. Lewis attacking. Lets it go from 11. Shot is off. And Orlando will come the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
And Orlando has possession. Following the three-pointer by Freak. Again, the Magic score.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Here's Azania. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
No good. Great tee that time from Green. Wroten dishes to Green. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
And Azania gets it to go.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
While we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Number 1, the Knicks.
Points allowed is one of the key indicators for good defensive effort. And this team does a nice job because they force opponents into tough shots. They don't allow easy shots. They're all on the same page. They're aggressive. They're focused. They pay attention to detail. And for 48 minutes, they're going to make their opponents uncomfortable.
And stolen by Napier. No good. So New York will take it the other way. Here's Roten. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And it's Napier missing.
Perfectly played defensively there. He made that a very difficult look.
And they're able to recover. Williams passes to Lewis. Williams kicks to Green. No good with the triple. Here's Napier. Hicks passes to Arthur. Good D by Williams.
Now, nice work there to continue.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City Dancers. Go on and give it up.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Knicks, Lewis, he's in at the point. Kyle Quinn out there with Williams. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. Kept alive. The Knicks leading by 6. Here's Lewis. Anthony down low. He's guarded by Arthur. Here's O'Quinn, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts in the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
And the Knicks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And Oladipo, here we go. Scooped up. Kicks it out to Johnson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Oladipo against Anthony. Outside for Lewis. No good from outside.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
For 3, Fournier. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 6. Lewis passes to Porzingis. There's the pick. Anthony dishes to Lewis. It's stolen by Arthur. Here's Johnson.
Oh! I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on. Clark, he had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although he missed it.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lewis subbed in for Aaron Aflalo.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Pass to Hicks. Here's Napier, guarded by Robinson. Napier kicks to Gordon. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. And that's now 9 points for Aaron Gordon. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat gave them a bit of a boost. He ended with 7 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
Here's Azania. The pass to Hicks. To the left side wing. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hezonja in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. New York leading by 10. Lewis attacking, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Checking out the game bosses have 9 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity too that he brings to the court. Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Elbow shot. It's rebounded by New York. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Roten kicks to O'Quinn. Feeds it to Napier. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Lewis gets the bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Shot from 16. The Knicks pull it in. O'Quinn's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
Green passes to Lewis. There's Williams with the 3. The shot no good. And Orlando the other way now. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Lewis attacking. Off the pick. Connects. The jumper drops. Lewis has got 15.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Such a wide open look. 6 points for him. Outside Williams. Pass to Roten. Trying his luck deep. Orlando grabs the miss. And so that's the end of the... And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
On the court for Orlando, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Jennings out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Oladipo outside. It's back to Jennings. Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
Anthony dishes to Lewis. And it's off from 3-point range. The Magic trail by 14. And he lobs it up. Got a piece of it. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one's on Anthony. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Look at Orlando. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on. And, of course, New York. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Magic, they've made such fantastic progress this season. To see them so close to the top of the standings at this stage, what a surprise.
Yeah, and the coaching staff deserves a ton of credit here. I mean, they've done a masterful job getting the most out of their talent.
Derek Williams, he checked in for Carmelo Anthony. The Magic trail by 12. Johnson kicks to Jennings. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Another miss by Orlando. Lewis passes to Porzingis, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. 6th in fewest turnovers per game. 6th in field goal percentage. And they kept the lid on opposing teams' overall offense as well. They're in the top 10 in opponent scoring.
And call me crazy, but I really believe turnovers are one of those game-changing stats. Their ability to avoid those miscues and make the right play consistently has been tremendously important.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Magic have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad. Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch.
And there it is again. Nice make there from Lewis. Lewis has got 21.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Williams kicks to Lewis. 14 feet away. A follow, no good. The Magic trail by 14. Vucevic setting the pick for Jennings. Down low.
That's a walk.
And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Jennings. And that's now 9 points for Vucevic. Here's Porzingis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he sinks the second. Here's Jennings. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points. A game.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Boss. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Vucevic with the block, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To the middle, Lopez, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lopez has got his second bucket tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain this.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. Second, the Knicks.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got his first basket of the night.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Oladipo misses. The Knicks leading by 15. Here's Lewis. The quick look, no good that time. And Oladipo, here we go. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 6th assist on the night. Lewis dishes to Lopez. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Kicks to Johnson. Outside Gordon. And it's Orlando with another.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Lewis attacking, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Lewis has got 8 points in the quarter. The Magic trail by 13, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for New York.
Well, Wesley Johnson has been getting it done. He's got 14 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout.
Lewis kicks to Williams, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. He's been a factor for them over the last month, averaging about 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The kick out to Afflalo. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 9 points for Aaron Afflalo. The feed now to Vucevic. 13 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Knicks leading by 16. Lewis on the way. From downtown, Orlando grabs the miss. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Fires the 3. Afflalo pulls it in. Afflalo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Right side, Williams. They set the screen. On the wing, Afflalo. Lewis outside. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Jennings with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pulls it from the elbow. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Jennings. And that's now 11 points for Vucevic. Lewis with it. 23 points in the game. Porzingis can't hit.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Lewis kicks to Robinson, and stolen by Gordon. Dishes it to Vucevic. The 10-footer finds the target. Vucevic has got 13. The Knicks leading by 12. Pass to Porzingis. The 3 from Afflalo. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Jennings with the bucket.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Lewis on top. He's guarded by Jennings. Lewis attacking.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Robinson. Anthony comes in for Porzingis. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Derek Williams. And Roten subbed in for Aaron Afflalo. Lewis passes to Roten. There's the pick. Here's Anthony. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Anthony's got 5 points now in the quarter. Napier kicks to Fournier. He dishes it to Napier. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. They get it back. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. The Magic have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. The Knicks leading by 8. The dish now to Anthony. The shot is off, so Orlando will take it the other way. Napier kicks to Arthur. They double him with Green. Arthur dishes to Fournier. Misses the three.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
That was not a simple rebound. He made it look easy, but he did a good job embodying up his man.
Wide open look. Offensive rebound. Some nice passing by New York here. Roten the pass to Lewis. They set the pick. Takes the three. Anthony's shot is off.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Lewis misses.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
That's good. Napier's got 8 points.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
The Knicks leading by 6. And O'Quinn kicks to Roten. On the wing, Green. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation. A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Lewis dishes to Anthony. And they call an illegal screen here.
No, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg.
For the Knicks, Zingas, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Flalo comes in for Gerald Green. And Lewis subbed in for Tony Roten. Lewis in at point guard. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's a Flalo in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, Arthur rebounded by Anthony. The Knicks leading by 10. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
It has been an erratic performance for him. Just erratic. I mean, he's racking up the turnovers and has taken a step back for every step forward.
Jennings passes to Gordon. Lets it go from 11. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Arthur's got 4 points now in the quarter. Lewis attacking, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And the first one drops.
All right, keep fighting. Your Knicks. Idea about this one. All right, let's go.
2 shots.
That one misses. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Arthur. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one's on Anthony.
No slowing him down. Just some incredible numbers for Arthur. 10 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
New York leading by 7. Lewis attacking. Here's Lopez. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Jennings with the ball. Now guarded by Flalo. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Good.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for New York. Free. Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Magic trail by 7. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
He feeds it to Arthur. He kicks it to Vucevic. Outside Jennings lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Gordon.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Jennings against Anthony. Shoots it. Again, Jennings missing. New York leading by 4. It's tipped. Anthony down low. He sinks the 11-footer. Anthony's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
The Magic trail by 8. Outside Jennings. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Orlando's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Arthur kicks to Vucevic. Fournier for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
You're no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Here's Lewis. Gordon with the defensive effort. Magic have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Jennings for 3, and that one's good.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
The Knicks leading by 5. Lewis dishes to Carmelo. They set the pick. Back to Lewis from beyond the arc. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 5 assists in the game. Lewis against Jennings. Off the screen. And he can't bank that one in.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. That's why they're ahead.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Arthur passes to Gordon. Over in the corner, Arthur. It's Jennings with the drive, and it's blocked by Lewis. Vucevic with the bucket. New York leading by 8. Nice shot by Porzingis.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Vucevic is screen on a follow. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Rebound by Anthony. New York shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
For 3, Fournier. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
Anthony dishes to Lopez. Pass to Lewis. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jennings kicks to Vucevic. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez. The Knicks leading by 9. And there's the pass to Carmelo. They set the pick. Back to Lewis. Layup off the pick. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 7th assist here tonight. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Orlando. Oladipo comes in for Fournier.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
Johnson's gone 2 of 5 from beyond the arc so far. Porzingis gets the screen from Lewis. Porzingis passes to Lewis. Can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 8. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Jennings can't get it to go.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Lopez left side. Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
1:41 left to play in the final quarter. Vucevic setting the pick for Jennings. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Anthony. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
The Magic trail by 7. Outside Jennings. Feeds to Oladipo. Pass to Gordon. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside. He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which has given him some free throw opportunities.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And the shot is good.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 9. And so here's Orlando. Jennings kicks to Gordon. The shot is off, and New York will come the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Lewis with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. A baseline J, and Green gets it to go.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
There's a screen. It's back to Jennings. Bullseye.
Brandon Jennings.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Oladipo dishes to Johnson. Oladipo, the pass to Hicks. Jennings kicks to Johnson. Shoots the 3. No good. So it's New York picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, congratulations on the win and for setting your season high in points scored for yourself. Would you say this is the best game you've played this year?
Best game. I mean, Doris, that's kind of hard for me to answer given the amount of great games I've had this season. You feel me? It don't matter, though, because best is yet to come. I'm taking over the lead the rest of the way. It's that simple.
Woo! Kevin, an interesting response. Over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
He was completely in sync with the whole team tonight. And you can see that in the assist numbers, which were spectacular, I might add. It's hard to imagine him having a better night passing the basketball. Man.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.